from the beautiful Canterbury Green Golf Course. It's On the Green with Bob Chase. On the Green is brought to you by Jim Kelly Buick, by Anthony Motor Parts, and by Bobix Golf. Here is your announcer, Bob Chase.
Welcome to this week's edition of On the Green. We're in the quarterfinal matches. At this particular time, it's Arlington Park and Eel River, as they have survived the initial onslaught. And we'll just get right at it after we introduce our golfers. To my left, representing Arlington Park, will be first Gary Sykes, directly near me, and Steve Griebel. And off to the right side with the Eel River crew, it's the young walloper Tim Frasier and Imbody. So we look for a good match here today. Some good hitters, some good putters. We're going to make a little flip, and Steve, call it.
How about a hit?
Okay, we ended up with a tail, which means that Eel River gets the tee. Gentlemen, good luck. Have a good match. Okay, it'll be Imbody with Eel River first on the tee. Long par 4, about 315 yards down around the corner here at Canterbury Green. Cy stepping up to hit. And Cy is heading for the corner. Hits it well. He should be able to carry the corner. If he does, he's got a dandy. It'll move it very, very close to a little pitch and putt game. Tim Frasier, young high school lad. And hits the ball very well. Would like to have a golf scholarship. He nails one. Got a little draw on it. It's carrying down very nicely. And he should take the kick and make a pretty good run toward the green. Okay, Eel River off the tee. Arlington Park next. Gary Sykes first on the tee for Arlington Park. And Gary starts it off to the right. He's pulling it back. It'll continue to kick. And he should be around the corner and have a pretty decent shot at the green. Long, narrow green down around the corner. Steve Griebel with Arlington Park on the tee is on the green, underway in this quarterfinal match. And Steve nails it. Going to take it right down the middle. Well hit ball. Getting through a fir tree far down, and he again will be wide open. Everybody has a good shot at the green, so let's move up for the second shots. Hole 1 on the green this week, Arlington Park and Eel River. Okay, first to hit. Gary Sykes with Arlington Park, almost stymied behind a tree. He's got about 70 yards. Green should be fairly soft. He's going to have to stick it. Shot is up and moving. Looks like it's going to be a good one. Kicks onto the green and rolls to nice approach shot, leaving himself a birdie opportunity. All right, Steve Griebel looking over his shot. About in the same relative position, and again, not a great deal of green to work with. You have to hit a little bit short and roll. Got his shot up, heading right to the stick. He may be a little long. Let's see if he can hold it. He did not hold it. He caught the back corner. He's over the back of the green. Everybody is really playing in teams, as the Arlington Park team were very close together. Now look at the shots by the Eel River team. Again, very close together. Imbody will be first to hit in that group. Cy looking at about 30 yards, 35 yards to the stick. Moves it up, so he's going to have to give it a run. Let's see if it takes. It does take, and it does run. And he moves up to about a comparable position with Gary Sykes. All right, here's young Tim Frasier. Tim says he's been playing golf about every day. We've got 2 balls up there in birdie position right now. Let's see what Tim does with his. Sort of a little knockdown shot it's going to run. And he is even closer to the stick. An excellent approach shot for Tim Frasier. So we should see at least a couple of birdies on this one. Let's move up and watch the putting. Okay, Steve Griebel with Arlington Park, who'd overshot the green, kind of hustled on down, put his ball up in play. But the rest of it is here at this particular point. And Gary Sykes with Arlington Park. This is his birdie attempt. Gives it a good stroke, coming right to the hole, and just broke underneath the hole. So he'll tap that for a par. I'm going to take a good look at it just to be sure. Doesn't want to take a chance. He needs the par because young Tim Frasier is in an easy birdie range here on the first hole. Okay, down for the par for Gary Sykes in Arlington Park. Now, 2 birdie attempts. Imbody will be first putt for Eel River. Has he had a good approach shot? Okay, here's Cy. Gives it a stroke to the hole, and it's in and out. Crawled right down the hole and came back out. But you want to see a good approach shot. Wait till young Jim Frasier spots his ball. He's just looking at the break right now before he spots it. Okay, here's Tim's birdie putt, looking at about 3.5 feet. Taps it, and it's by the hole. So nobody hurt, as there's par. Tim's still kind of looking at that, can't quite believe it. So now let's move on to the second tee. You can see that he's smiling. You dodged the bullet.
2 of them. 2 of them. We were lucky.
One for real sure. How you been playing since last time we met on the green?
Oh, off and on, pretty good. And then, you know, every now and then you have the bad round. But my son plays with me quite a bit, and he keeps me honest.
Really good and honest. Well, it's a good day for it here. It's not too bright. The greens seem to be holding. It seem a little bit soft or not?
Yeah, the greens are in great shape.
Well, we'll see how great they are as we keep going. This is a quarterfinal match. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Bob.
Okay, fine. Gary Sykes, of course, with Arlington Park. And back on the tee now, we will have Eel River, who hold the tee. Tim Frasier teeing it up. Looking at about 168 yards. Wind a little bit behind him. Green facing into us, pin cut right in the middle. He pumps one. He's got a little draw on it coming over. He's going to pretty well have the stick covered if he's got the distance. Just short, but does roll up on the front edge of the green. Rolls up on the front edge of the green. Okay, Imbody. Also with Eel River. Cy gets it up in the air. He too has the stick very well covered. Let's see what's going to happen with this one. And he just faded it off right side as it came back down just a little bit. Both on the green, nevertheless. But a lot of room. Okay, Gary Sykes. Gary with Arlington Park, which is a 9-hole executive course on the northeast side of the city. An excellent golf course in the Arlington Park Housing Project. And Gary pumps on. He's trying to draw it back. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Let's see if he's going to be long enough. He is long enough. Just about pin high, and it rolled right over toward the stick. Fine tee shot for Gary Sykes. Okay, Steve Griebel. Sykes up with a good shot there. Puts a little pressure on Eel River. Right here, Steve. Steve starts his out right, and it's not going to come back on him. He's going to move over, and let's see, is he over the back of the trap? I'm not sure. We lost it. He's just over the back of the trap. So he stayed left all the way. It never came back. All right, let's move up to the green for the action here on the second hole. Teams are tied after the first hole. Okay, Steve Griebel with Arlington Park. He pushed his off left side. It stayed out. He has to come up over the hump. A little green to work with. He wants to see it close. Here comes the shot. Whoa. Green's a little bit hard and a little bit faster than he'd anticipated. He ran by there about 8 feet. Okay, Tim Frasier is way down at the bottom of the green. He just barely got on. He's facing along when he's looking at about 50 feet. You're going to have to put a little backswing into this one. Okay, Tim Frasier up to putt. Long, long putt. He sits up there and really wraps it. Let's see, he's heading right for the stick, and whoa, rolls on by. Good stroke. Just stayed underneath the hole a little bit, left himself by the hole by about 2 feet. Okay, his partner, Cy Imbody, next to putt. And again, Cy right down from the bottom of the green. Fairly straight putt. That's going to take a good stroke. Cy puts a good roll on it. He's got it heading toward the hole. Let's see what happens. He ends up a little bit short and just to the left. So one or both looking at pretty fair pars. Gary Sykes still has the opportunity for the birdie as his tee shot. Good tee shot. He drew it in. He's straight uphill in the putt. Straight uphill to the hole. He was a good putter in his first match. Let's see if he can keep the charm on the putter blade. Right, here's Gary. He wraps it to the hole, and it stayed out up on the top side. I know he had no anticipation that was not going to break. It looked like it was going to break a very small bit, and it didn't do a thing till it got behind the hole, and as it died, then it broke left. Gary's going to putt it out. He was surprised. It looked as though it was definitely stroked right to the hole. Okay, he drops it for his par, which means that both Tim Frasier and Cy Imbody now have a run at it. Cy's going to see if he can pop his in the hole, which would tie this hole as well. And he's over the top, caught the top corner of the hole. Cy's shaking his head a little bit. He's going to drop it in the hole, and he leaves the weight of it to Tim Frasier. Tim had a short putt on the last hole that he kind of got up on in a little bit of a hurry and knocked it just off the side of the hole. Now he's got to make it. It's not long. sometimes the shorter they are in actual distance, the longer they start to look when you have to make them. That's what he's facing right there. Let's see what he does with this one. And he caught the bottom corner of the hole, and again, he's putting very quickly. So the advantage now goes to Arlington Park after 2 holes. And he put it right in the same line one more time. Let's move to the next tee. Okay, Steve Griebel with Arlington Park. You've had it easy so far.
I'll tell you, when you're standing over those putts that are 4 or 5 feet, 3 feet even, it's a lot different story when you got the camera on you for one thing, and a little bit more pressure to it. I missed one last time that we had our match.
Right.
That was supposedly one you'd be within the leather. So I can relate to that, and I know that that's a pressure putt that I don't want to face too many of those today myself.
Now, as I indicated when we were discussing it and narrating it, that foot multiplies many times in the course of 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah, it sure does. And when you combine your knees kind of doing a little bit of quaking at the same time, it's kind of hard to hold on to the putter steadily and make a good stroke at it.
You been playing a lot?
No, I really haven't. In fact, I've been out of town for the last 4 days, and I didn't get a chance to play much golf, but got out and hit a few this morning, so I was making pretty good contact with the ball, so no excuses. At least I got to take some swipes at it.
Good. Well, you got a 1-hole lead at the moment. See if you can hang on to it, eh?
Thank you very much.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Okay, Steve Griebel with Arlington Park, and of course Steve about to take the tee here. Has his team with a 1-hole lead. 388 straight down the middle. Correction, 288 straight down the middle. Adding an extra 100 there. Trap guarding the left front, or the right front. Out of bounds to the left. And Steve nails one. He nails it good. It's going to stay out right a little bit, but it's going to run, because that fairway is good and hard off the playing area. So he's up just over the back of the trap, which means he might have to ease a little one over there. All right, Gary Sykes. Gary nails one. He's got a pretty big hook on this one. He might pull himself right out of bounds on it. Let's see what he's going to do. He kicks. And let's see whether he's in or out. It's difficult to tell from here whether he's in, apparently. Went way left, just about to the out of bounds mark. So, the Eel River up on the tee, Imbody. Sy starts it off to the left. It's coming back well, and it's going to split the fairway and head right straight toward that green. And he'll leave himself about 40 yards. Okay, Tim Frasier. As this team now down by a hole, they'd like to get this thing even as quickly as possible. And Tim nails it. He's got a little draw on this one. It's going to run a lot. Let's see if it's going to stay in play. It again kicks hard to the left side. I'm not too sure whether he's in or out, but apparently he's in and around the corner somewhat. So everybody off the tee in good shape. Let's move down for our second shots. All right, Gary Sykes, his second shot. He did stay in bounds. He moves it up over the tree. He's got a lot of green to work with. He's pulling it back in. And leaves it beyond the stick. It's held fairly well. I believe maybe, let's see, no, it's going to be Imbody next to shoot. Sy with a good look at the pin. The pin cut pretty close to the front of the green, so it's going to be a little delicate to get real close to it. All right, here's Imbody's shot. Good looking shot right now. Let's see what he's going to do with it. Whoa, as it again rolls by. Green's tough to hold. He put it up front really well, but it just did not hold for him. Tim Frasier, he kept it in play, but very close to being out again. Hit it fairly long. And Tim We'll have a pretty straight roll at it. See what he's going to do with it. He's going to take a little pitch and run, and he just missed the whole shot. Moved all the way off to the right side. He completely missed it. He was concentrating too much on the pitch and run. Steve Griebel, he left his just short of the trap. He nailed it using a metal driver. It really went ping when he hit it, and it flew. Here's Steve. This one looks like it could be a good shot. Little kick, little run. He's heading right up toward the stick. Fine approach shot for Steve Griebel. Okay, Tim Frasier, as he missed his second shot, he's going to have to cozy this one for sure. Good touch. Here it comes as he rolls it right up toward the stick and almost in the hole. An exceptional third shot. A real gimme there for the par. Tim, we're just going to knock it in. All right, Gary Sykes. This is for a birdie putt here. Gary's looking at about 22 feet, and it's going to break to his left. Arlington Park with a one-hole edge at the moment, and they could extend that to 2. Okay, here's Gary's putt. Nice stroke on it, but it just rolls underneath the hole and goes by about 2.5 feet. Imbody with Eel River next to putt. Long putt. He'd love to have this one for the birdie. Here comes the putt heading to the hole. It broke underneath, and he leaves himself a couple of feet coming back. So the best Eel River can look at right now is a par. But Steve Griebel, with a fine second shot, has this left for a birdie putt. Gary Sykes is going to be sure he gets the par first. So he's definitely looking for the par. Changing food. Okay, keep going. You can keep going, fine. Right, here's Gary for his par. He stayed outside. That puts a little more pressure on Steve Griebel. Like I say, putts are not easy. These are tough greens. They're difficult to read. They're quicker than some people would give them credit for. So right now, in order to extend it to a 2-hole lead, Steve Griebel has to drill this one. Here it is. He's looking at about 2 feet. He drops it for the bird, which gives a 2-hole edge now to Arlington Park. And of course, the rest of the putting has no meaning, so we'll move right on to the next tee. With the Eel River organization, and Tim's been having a tough day here so far. Nothing seems to want to go down the hole, Tim.
I can't make a putt.
Although your approach shot, I thought you had that holed out for a bird. It really, you hit it really true.
Yeah, I wanted to make it after that first chip.
You kind of needed it along the way.
Yeah.
I understand you've been doing a lot of golfing this summer.
Yeah, quite a bit. I play every day.
Involved in any tournaments?
Yeah, I've been in 4 tournaments. I've got 2 seconds, a fourth, and a first.
Not too dusty at all. As far as your golf team, do you have a fall schedule up there?
No, we just play in the spring.
And you also, what, play basketball at Churubusco?
Yeah.
What do you want to do? You want to get to college?
Yeah.
With a golf game or a basketball game?
With the golf game.
That's the best way to go.
Yeah.
Well, you better get yours going, Tim, eh?
Yeah, I better.
All right, Tim Frasier with Eel River, and his team trails by 2 holes, and right now, Arlington Park has the tee, and let's see what they're going to get done with it. The hole playing just about 99 yards. The flag cut left center. It's been a tough hole for all the competition here. Very difficult to judge exactly what weight to put on shots. So let's see how these 4 turn out. Steve Griebel first on the tee. Steve knocks a pretty good shot. He's going to be a little right of the flag. Distance looks very good, and it was. So he stays right of the flag. His partner, Gary Sykes, from Arlington Park. And again, it's a finessey little shot here. Very difficult. Okay, it's going a little bit to the left as Gary tried to steer that one. Left and right to the back edge of the green. As I say, very, very difficult to judge here. Anything under 100 yards on a tee area seems to be just a little devastating to people. All right, here's Tim Frasier. This young man's only a sophomore at Churubusco High School. Nice little punch shot. He's got the stick pretty well covered. See if he's long enough. He has a super shot and it rolls on by the stick, right on the money. And of course, brings to mind our Zenith 13-inch portable color television set from Sandpoint TV and Appliances that will be awarded to any player on the green scoring a hole-in-one. And we have yet to make that award. Like to see one. Imbody. I punched it up there pretty good. It's coming back. He's going to stay left of the stick, maybe a little long. He was a little long. Stays right on top of the hill by our camera truck on the far side. So the shot from this tee, definitely Tim Frasier looking at a birdie putt. So let's move up and watch the action. Okay, Imbody will be first to shoot as he just was a little long over the back of the green. His tough shot here, he's just got to keep it in the fringe and hope it'll break out of there and roll toward the hole. Did what he had to, and it was a tough one as we indicated, and he rolled himself by about 15 feet. Impossible to hold that shot. Gary Sykes, as he's just off the green. It's going to break to his right. As the pin's cut into a pretty hard breaking area, it's going to be a difficult putt. It'll take off on him. He's got to keep it high. Here it comes. Good-looking putt, and just by the hole. Excellent putt from where he was. Gary Sykes making a real bid for the bird. Steve Griebel, his tee shot. "25 feet right. It's going to break left on him. Right to left putts. Here's Steve Griebel. Here comes the putt. Nice stroke, and he just stayed underneath the edge of the hole. They're really taking a run at this one. Imbody, and that was, of course, his second shot from the back of the green that went that far, so he has to make a putt out of this one for sure. This is for the par for Cy. Thanks to the folks with the Easy Go golf carts who provide our staff and our golfers with transportation during On the Green. Another one of the fine services of one of our fine sponsors. Here's Cy. Takes a run at it and hits the hole. Cy banged that one right into the back of the hole, and down it went. So that takes the pressure off Tim Frasier and gives him a good chance to take a run at a bird that would bring his team back to within one hole of a tie. As Tim indicated, he said nothing is dropping. Let's see if anything does this time. Big putt here. Could bring it down to within one hole, or keep it at 2 with only 2 to go. Here's Tim. Coming to the hole, and he goes by underneath the hole. As that putter has been just no good to him at all. Tim just a little discouraged about that one, as he had a chance for the bird one more time, so with 2 holes to go. We'll find out in a minute here, of course, as this is the tie putt for Steve Griebel. Gotta drop it to tie. And he eases it into the hole. That picks up the tie. We move to the 5th tee, and Arlington Park with a 2-hole lead. Last but far from least, Cy Imbody with the Eel River crew. You guys have been playing some tough luck here.
Yeah, we need a couple putters here, and we sure didn't bring any today.
I know Tim's a little chagrined down there, but that's the name of the game. Either they're in or they're out.
Yeah, we had a little tough luck, but maybe we can do it these last 2 holes. We're going to have to anyways, that's for sure.
You hit the back of the hole pretty hard back there on the one putt you drilled.
Yeah, it was very fortunate to go in.
Well, you're only down by 2 with 2 holes to go. A little luck and you're back to a tie, and away we go again.
Yeah, we hope so.
Okay, good luck to you, Cy.
Thank you.
The Eel River crew, of course, in Cy Imbody, trying to find a little luck with the putter or with something, as, of course, was Tim Frasier. Now we're ready to take the tee. Hole number 5. Arlington Park with a 2-hole lead. Steve Griebel. We have to hold just a moment, Steve. Okay. Steve Griebel with the Arlington Park team on the tee. His team with a 2-hole lead, looking at 150 yards. Pin cut, center left. Starts it off toward the right, coming back a little bit. See what he's got for distance. Distance is just a little bit short, but an excellent shot smack dab in the middle of the green. So on the putting surface, Gary Sykes. Again representing Arlington Park. Gary starts his out to the right, pulling it back. Here it comes, heading toward the stick. Good-looking shot. He is long the green. A lot of room around the stick for the Eel River crew. Tim Frasier. All right, here's Tim. Tim starts this one out left. It's staying out left. It looks like it's going to be long besides. Where is he going to be? Indeed, way long. He's over the back corner of the trap and behind the green. Imbody. The last hope on this hole for Eel River as the pressure is on. Sykes comes through. He's got it high in the air. It's going to stay right side. He may be a little long, too. Nope, he's just about pin high, but he will have the longest putt, I believe, of the 3 balls on the green. Tim's still off behind the green, so let's move up for the shots and the approaches with Arlington Park in a 2-hole lead with only 2 holes to go. All right, Tim Frasier, his tee shot was long. Got to come up over the mound. Downhill, it's going to run on him. He's got to stay short. Hope to keep it in the fringe and roll it down toward the hole. Oops, it's gone. It really took a run on him as he hit hard green, and it never stopped moving. So he's way down below the hole. In fact, it would appear he may not have lost his turn. Tim's a little demoralized. He's an excellent golfer, but he has just not had it come together for him here today. He's missed some short putts that could have made a difference. Tries hard, and it just hasn't clicked for him. So he's facing this putt for a par. He's looking at 45 feet for the par. Very little break in it, but he's got to get it there. Wastes no time over the putt and then strokes it up toward the hole. Look at this. It broke in. Nice stroke as it just ends up above the hole. It was breaking to the left for him, but he leaves it sitting at that. He knew the next putt he had was a bogey. All right, from way up on top of the green now, Gary Sykes with Arlington Park. He's going to break left. Sort of like putting around the side of a saucer here. He hits it. He better hit the hole or he's going to do some running. Here it comes to the hole, right on by. Fine stroke. Leaves himself 2 feet coming back.
Feel good about it? Mark.
See where our next putt is coming from. It's going to be Imbody. With a fairly straight putt. He's going to do a little break off the end of it, breaking left. He needs this one, or it's all over, or it could be. Here it comes. He's going to give it a chance. It's coming to the hole and just broke on the corner of the hole. Just a super stroke. It almost ducked the hole. Unbelievable. As Eel River has had nothing go down at all. Great stroke by Imbody. So at this point, 2 pops at a par by Arlington Park. Steve Griebel. Steve putting for a bird. He strokes it to the hole, and he stays just outside the hole, but teeny tap for the par. Puts it home, hits the bottom of the hole. So that closes out the match for all intents and purposes, but we're still looking at the possibility of a Zenith portable color television set from Sandpoint TV and Appliances. So let's move on to the next tee. A hole at today's match, of course, already put away by Arlington Park. And as we indicated to the golfers, let's go for that Zenith portable television set from Sandpoint TV and Appliances. Steve Griebel with Arlington. Takes a pretty good hum at it right there. Well hit golf ball. Running up onto the green, and an excellent tee shot for Steve Griebel. Gary Sykes next to hit. All right, here's Gary. Gary nails his. He's going to be short, but he may get a lot of run. See how much run he gets. All the way up to the hill and right to the edge. He's still in the fringe area. Tim Frasier with Eel River. Just about 202 today, the way it's sitting. Tim nails it. He's drawing it right back toward the stick. Keep coming. Let's see if it's going to go or not. Well hit ball. And he may have caught the front edge of the trap, the second trap. Imbody, last member of the group. Last hole this week's on the green show from Eel River. Cy with a long belt. Got the wood out. He nails it. It's high, but it's flying. Let's see if he's got enough. Has he really jumped on it? He may be a little short. A little short as he rolls up the side of the mound. So one ball on the green. Now let's move up to watch the approaches in the putting final hole this week. And, of course, the victor's already decided, being Arlington Park. But let's see how they putt it out. Imbody, first to hit. He's got a lot of green to work with. Here it comes. Rolling it up to the stick. Let's see if he breaks down to the hole. Great shot for Imbody. He leaves it up above the hole, but a fine shot. Okay. Next away, Gary Sykes. Some pretty fair tee shots on this hole. One of them I managed to find the green. Of course, that's Steve Griebel. Here's Gary. A little pitch and run. Heading for the flag. These guys are really getting serious here. Leaving himself about 1.5 feet away. Okay. Tim Frasier ran through the trap. Comes Tim. Taking another run at it. He's going to stay below the hole and leaves himself about 4 feet. Pretty well surrounding the hole. Steve Griebel. His tee shot on the green. Stays below the hole. The match, of course, already has been closed out by Arlington Park. They move on to the semifinals. Steve trying to putt for the bird. Nice tee shot. That's the best tee shot we have had this year on the green in relationship to the hole. Right, here's Steve. He'd like to get the bird, finish it off with a flourish. It's up, and he just stays underneath the hole. Not an easy putt at all. There's a stiff break on it. He's still looking at that one. He can't believe it. He's got to do something with this one. It's in the hole for the par. Tim Frasier next to putt out for his par. Here it comes to the hole, and he sinks it. So at least Tim had the satisfaction of one going down the hole before the day was done, as the young man has tried very, very hard, and he just couldn't get anything down. Gary Sykes next. Gary stays over the hole. And the final member of the group, Imbody, coming straight downhill at the hole. Wiggles are in the hole, and that concludes the match. We'll be back to talk to the golfers here in just a moment. This weekend, this is one of those strange shows where the losers get the plaques, but we'll explain that just a little bit later. Eel River nosed out today by Arlington Park, and first of all for Tim Frasier.
Thank you.
And also, of course, for Imbody. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. Look forward to seeing a lot more of you, young fella. With a better putter, too.
Yeah.
Well, good luck the rest of the summer, and I'll get it together, will you?
I'll try.
Okay. I appreciated having you.
Thank you.
I look forward possibly maybe seeing you here again next year.
I hope so.
Okay, good luck the rest of the summer. And the winners, Gary Sykes. Okay. Steve?
Thank you.
Still wearing that confident smile. Now you're in the semifinals, and we're not sure of your opponent yet, but that'll be decided very soon, and as soon as you're available, we're going to be playing it off.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, congratulations. We'll see you on the semifinal show, Arlington Park, going right up there.
Thank you, Bob.
That's our story. Bob Chase here on the green for this week. Thanks for looking in. While you're golfing this week, make it a good week of golf, and be sure to be back next week for our next edition, semifinals on the green.
Today's On the Green was brought to you by Anthony Motor Parts, by Bobix, and by Jim Kelly Buick. Trophies were provided by Mark IV Sales. The television set for any hole-in-one is provided by Sandpoint TV. This is a Pictrix sports presentation.